Super popular for my young folks who on the move and boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna make it happen. I gotta keep going. I got this. I got all that. But I'm gonna tell you something. The one thing that you need to start doing better up, matter of fact, let me do. What's up? How you doing? Welcome back to A Moment of Clarity with yours truly, Aaron Thomason. I'm super excited that you're with me, but I'm curious. Did you give this to 3 people last week? Did you bring somebody with you? Are you putting a big fella to work? All right. Now, remember, as always, we believe that clarity breeds confidence. And when you understand who you are, and ultimately where you want to go, you can then take the next step with confidence on the path for sustainable success. All right. Now, here's what I want us to kind of keep digging into, because we've been talking about these visions, right? These things in our hearts and our minds and our spirits that are so beautiful. But we've been talking about that there's a disconnect. There's a reason why we haven't lived in that reality, or we don't tell people, or we're not moving forward with motivation. And we know that's connected to our belief. And because it's connected to our belief, we then have to start uprooting or understanding our belief systems. And sometimes that's connected in our subconscious. Really asking the question, why do we do what we do? And why do we believe what we believe? All right. Now, in these moments, right, when we have opposition, when we have some adversarial moments, is that beautiful vision that's in here sometimes gets reshaped. And it gets reshaped that then now another belief sneaks in and you keep repeating the same story. So we want to talk about how to protect the vision. I'm going to tell you something, and it's not going to be super popular for my young folks who on the move and boom, 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 boom. I'm going to make it happen. I got to keep going. I got this. I got all that. But I'm going to tell you something. The one thing that you need to start doing better up, matter of fact, let me do it. You need to do something? You need to start writing it down. Yes. Paper, journal, writing utensil. You need to start writing it down. Tell you why. The reason you need to start writing it down is because it works. And it's just simple. I'm going to get some reasons later, but it works. Writing on paper still works. It is different than putting a memo in your phone. It's different than being able to put a quick note in your phone. It is different. Writing still works. The Bible talks about being able to write the vision and make it plain, and continues to say that when you make that vision plain, when you write it on tablets, then somebody else can take that and go run with it. You want to know some of the issues that you're having? Why you don't have a team yet? Why you feel like you got to go at everything alone? Is because everything's in here. Long as it stays in your mind, you're the only one that's going to be able to do something with it. Because guess what? They can't work on your mind while they at their house. In their area of genius or expertise, they can't be working on your mind. You got to take what's here and put it out there. And the best way to be able to do that is to go old school, baby. Yep, go old school. Write it down. So doing a little research, thinking through some things, I saw some themes that I actually like that I want to talk about. Kind of 3 reasons why it's important to write it down. All right, 3 reasons. Reason number 1, writing things down slows you down. I probably just lost a few more people. I'm talking about writing stuff down and I'm talking about slowing down. Oh yeah, both of those. You need to actually slow down. Because when you have to slow yourself down, it gives you an opportunity to process your thinking. It gives you an opportunity, if you're not ready to present or to talk to anybody else, to speak life into your goal and your dream yet. If you're not ready for that, what it does, it gives you an opportunity to what? Slow down and process. Slow down. Yes, writing things down gives you the opportunity to slow down. Second thing that happens when you actually write things down, you actually get a chance to be removed from the distractions. Yes, now let's be clear. These phones we got, yep, these devices, yes, we got them. And we got a computer, multimedia device right there, better than all of the first computers that ever came out. But guess what? Sometimes you pick that thing up to do one thing and you find yourself sending a text message, making a phone call, going on Facebook, going on Instagram, going on Twitter, going on a whole bunch of different things that you done wasted time and now being distracted because you was just going to put a quick note in your phone and you were getting ready to leave yourself a quick voice memo. You were getting ready to do something quick, but now you done got what? Distracted. Yeah. The other way that it helps remove the distractions is that when you take this paper and you start writing, you actually have to focus. You actually have to be mindful of your thoughts that you're trying to bring from here and start writing them down. So you can't be distracted, or when you go back to read it, it ain't gonna make any sense. Yeah. So two things, right? First two things. It slows you down and it helps you remove the distractions. Third thing. When we talk about these beautiful visions in our mind, this angst in our spirit to do something more than where we are, is that sometimes when we hit opposition and adversarial moments, the vision then changes and our belief changes and we repeat what we didn't like. So the third thing that it does is it gives you an opportunity to do what? Have an objective record of the moment of what the vision is supposed to be. Yep, this was before you told your friends. It's before you got bad news on the job. It's before things happen at church, before things happen in your business, before any of those things happen. When you were sitting in your quiet time, slowing down, void of distractions, you were able to think clearly and to begin processing things out. And so now that you have an objective record someplace where now you can see, this is what I was thinking when I was thinking clear, you can always go back to that and bring that vision above your subconscious level and begin to let that be what you rest on, what you think on, and then begin to start believing and finding ways to make that come to reality. It's really simple. We got to go old school. If we take the old school method of writing things down and we take the new school method of the technology and we put them things together, do you imagine what we can achieve? Do you imagine how what science talks about when you see things in your own handwriting? I didn't even talk about this, but when you see things in your own handwriting, it does something to your brain to make that your brain believe that that actually can come true. That's why you need that objective record. That's why you need to slow down. And that's why you need to be void of distractions when you're actually writing on pen and paper. Paper still works. That's what I want you to know. Paper still works. So I want us to try it this week. I want us to try to be able to just do this very simply. Just whatever that goal is that's in here, I want you to take 15 minutes, set the timer on your phone, and just write it down. Yep, write down what it looks like. Write down what you think you might need. I just want you to write it down. And then after you write it down this week, then I want you to go back and read it and be impressed by the vision that you had. But you might have lost it because you might have been moving too fast. And do me a favor, whatever you feel like sharing, put that in the comments for me. Tell me like, hey, Aaron, here's part of the vision. Or you can simply say, yes, I took the 15 minutes and I wrote it down. That's enough. Yep, in the comments, that's what I want you to do. Say, yes, I took the 15 minutes this week and I wrote my vision down. That's what I want you to do. All right? And after you've done that, give this to 3 people who need to do the same thing. They need to do the exact same thing. Slow down, remove the distractions, and write down what's in their head so they can have a moment to be able to go back and refer to that and say, man, that was good. Let's go to work. Yeah. We just need some records. We just need some tangible things, because when it's tangible, other people will see it and be like, hey, you know something? I want to join you because that vision aligns with my values. All right. And so listen, I want you to remember this as we get ready to shut this moment of clarity down. I want you to always remember this. Just because you started out on this journey to get better doesn't mean that you weren't already good. So until next time, I'll see you then.